Welcome back, Deep Divers. Today, we're taking a look at something I know a lot of you are interested in, and that is aging. I mean, who isn't, right?
That's right, we all age, but what if we could influence how we age? What if we could make our cells act younger?
I mean, that's the dream, isn't it? Not just living longer, but actually feeling younger, and that's what we're diving into today.
Exactly. We're talking about NMN. It stands for Nicotinamide Mononucleotide.
Okay, I'll admit, that's a mouthful, but I've been hearing more and more about it lately, like it's some kind of miracle anti-aging molecule.
Well, there's a lot of buzz, that's for sure, but we're going beyond the headlines, diving deep into the science to see what's really going on.
Love it. So let's start with the basics. What exactly is NMN, and how is it supposed to help us fight aging?
All right, to understand NMN, we first need to talk about NAD+. You can think of NAD+ as the fuel that powers our cells, the energy currency of our bodies. It's essential for tons of vital processes.
Okay, so NAD plus is kind of like the battery that keeps our cells running.
That's a great analogy. And just like any battery, NAD+ levels naturally decrease as we get older.
Ah, so that's why we tend to slow down and have less energy as we age.
Exactly. That decline in NAD+ is linked to all sorts of age-related issues. We're talking wrinkles, fatigue, even more serious things like cognitive decline and heart problems.
Wow, okay, so is that where NMN comes in? Does it somehow boost NAD plus levels?
You got it. Our bodies can actually use NMN to make more NAD+, potentially giving our cells a much-needed energy boost.
So by taking NMN, we're basically recharging those cellular batteries and helping our bodies function more like they did when we were younger.
That's the idea. It's like giving our cells a tune-up, helping them operate at peak performance.
I like the sound of that. But how does it actually work? What's going on at the cellular level?
Well, there are a few key mechanisms at play. First, NMN is thought to improve the function of our mitochondria.
Mitochondria, those are the powerhouses of the cells, right?
Right, they're the tiny energy factories inside each cell that produce the fuel our bodies need to function. But as we age, those mitochondria become less efficient.
Ah, I see. So by boosting NAD plus levels, NMN is essentially re-energizing those mitochondria and helping them work better.
Exactly, and that leads to more energy for our cells, which translates to more energy for us.
Okay, that makes sense. So it's not just about feeling more energetic, it's actually about improving the function of those tiny energy factories within our cells.
Right, and when our cells have more energy, they can do their jobs better, which can have a ripple effect throughout our entire body.
This is pretty fascinating stuff. Are there other ways NMN might be working to slow down aging?
Definitely. Another major factor in aging is something called oxidative stress. It's basically like rust forming on a car, but it happens inside our cells.
Oh, I've heard of oxidative stress. Isn't that caused by free radicals?
Exactly. Free radicals are unstable molecules that can damage our cells over time, and this damage can lead to all sorts of age-related issues, from wrinkles to more serious conditions.
So does NMN act like an antioxidant, fighting off those free radicals?
Well, NMN itself isn't an antioxidant, but by boosting NAD+ levels, it supports our natural antioxidant systems, which are like our internal defense mechanisms against cellular damage.
Oh, I see. So it's like boosting our body's own ability to protect itself.
Precisely. It's about enhancing our natural resilience and ability to stay healthy over time.
Okay, this all sounds super promising, but we need to talk about the research, right? What does the science actually say about NMN's effects on aging?
That's the most important part, right? We need to see the evidence. And there's actually a lot of interesting research going on right now, both in animal studies and human trials.
Okay, let's start with the animal studies. What have researchers discovered about NMN's effects in animals?
Well, some of the most compelling evidence comes from studies on mice. These studies have shown that NMN can have some remarkable effects on aging.
Really? What kind of effects are we talking about? Give me some specifics.
Well, for example, they've seen improvements in blood flow, better heart function, even enhanced cognitive abilities.
Wait, are you saying they gave NMN to older mice and they started acting younger?
In a way, yes. Researchers found that older mice given NMN could run significantly longer distances on a treadmill compared to their untreated counterparts. It's like they had more stamina, more energy.
Wow, that's amazing. And you said they saw improvements in cognitive function too.
That's right. NMN seems to have a positive impact on brain health as well.
Okay, I'm definitely intrigued, but I know you're going to tell me that these are just animal studies, and we can't necessarily apply those results to humans, right?
You're right, we can't jump to conclusions. Animal studies are a great starting point, but we need human trials to confirm those findings.
All right, so let's talk about those human trials. What have researchers found when they give NMN to people?
And that's where things get really exciting. There are actually several human trials already underway exploring the potential benefits of NMN in people.
Oh, wow. So we're moving beyond mice and starting to see what this stuff can really do for us humans.
Exactly, and the early results are pretty encouraging. One area where we're seeing promising results is in metabolic health.
Okay, tell me more about that. What's NMN's connection to metabolism?
Well, as we age, our metabolism naturally slows down. It's one of those frustrating things about getting older.
Yeah, I can definitely relate to that. It feels like my metabolism just isn't what it used to be.
Right. And that slowdown can lead to weight gain, insulin resistance, and even type 2 diabetes.
Okay, so not just a few extra pounds, but some pretty serious health concerns. So how does NMN fit into this picture?
Well, studies have shown that NMN supplementation can actually improve insulin sensitivity, especially in people who are pre-diabetic or at risk for developing type 2 diabetes.
Oh, wow. That's huge. So it's not just about preventing those extra pounds, but potentially helping to prevent a serious metabolic disorder.
Exactly. It's like giving our metabolism a boost, helping our bodies process sugar and energy more efficiently.
I mean, that could be a game changer for so many people. Type 2 diabetes is such a widespread problem, and it's linked to all sorts of other health issues.
Absolutely. And it's not just about preventing disease. We're also seeing evidence that NMN could enhance physical performance and stamina as we age.
Now you're really talking my language. Tell me more about those performance-enhancing benefits.
Some studies have shown that NMN supplementation can actually improve muscle function and endurance in older adults.
Really? So we could potentially maintain that youthful vigor and strength even as we get older. That's amazing.
It's still early days, but the research is definitely pointing in that direction.
Okay, this is all getting me really excited about the possibilities. But we can't forget about the brain. Everyone wants to know, can NMN really keep our minds sharp as we age?
Ah, the million-dollar question. Well, there's growing interest in NMN's potential to support brain health and cognitive function.
So what does the research say so far? Can NMN actually help prevent cognitive decline?
There are some encouraging findings. Studies have shown that NMN can increase blood flow to the brain, which is crucial for delivering oxygen and nutrients to brain cells.
Right, it's like giving our brains a fresh supply of fuel to keep them running smoothly.
Exactly. And there's also evidence that NMN might enhance something called synaptic plasticity.
Synaptic plasticity. Okay, I'll admit, I'm not familiar with that term. What is it and why is it important?
Synaptic plasticity refers to the brain's ability to change and adapt over time. It's basically how we learn and form new memories.
Ah, so it's like the brain's ability to stay flexible and adaptable. And I'm guessing that declines as we age.
Unfortunately, yes. That decline in synaptic plasticity is thought to contribute to age-related cognitive issues.
Okay, so if NMN can help maintain that synaptic plasticity, it could potentially help us stay mentally sharp and keep learning new things as we get older.
That's the hope. And the early research suggests it might be possible.
This is incredible. We're talking about boosting energy levels, supporting metabolism, protecting ourselves from damage, and even keeping our minds sharp. It sounds like NMN could be a real game changer in the fight against aging. But I have to ask, is it safe? Are there any downsides?
That's always a crucial question. And so far, the safety profile of NMN looks very promising. Human studies haven't shown any serious side effects.
Okay, that's reassuring to hear. But of course, like with any supplement, it's always a good idea to talk to your doctor before starting NMN, right?
Absolutely. Your doctor can help you determine if NMN is right for you and guide you on the appropriate dosage.
That's great advice. Well, this has been a truly fascinating deep dive. It seems like we're on the cusp of something really big here.
I agree. The research on NMN is incredibly exciting, and I think it holds a lot of promise for the future of aging.
I'm definitely feeling optimistic about the possibilities. It seems like we're moving beyond just accepting the inevitable decline of aging and starting to explore ways to truly thrive in our later years.
That's a great way to put it. We're not just talking about living longer, but about living better.
Exactly. And NMN might just be one of the keys to unlocking that healthier, more vibrant future. But before we get too carried away, I know our listeners are probably wondering, okay, this all sounds great, but where do I even start? That's the big question, right? We've talked about the science, the potential benefits, but now let's get practical. If someone's listening and thinking, okay, I'm interested, where do I go from here? What are the first steps?
Well, the most important thing, and I can't stress this enough, is to talk to your doctor first.
Yeah, that makes sense. This isn't something you just want to randomly start taking, right?
Exactly. Your doctor can look at your overall health, any medications you might be on. They can help you figure out if NMN is right for you.
So it's not a one-size-fits-all kind of thing.
Nope, not at all. Everyone's different.
Okay, so let's say someone's talked to their doctor, gotten the green light, they're ready to try NMN. How do they even choose a good quality supplement?
That's a really good question. The supplement industry, well, it's not as regulated as pharmaceuticals, so you really have to be careful. Look for manufacturers who are transparent about where they get their NMN, how they make it, that kind of thing.
Transparency is key. What else? Anything else people should be looking for?
Absolutely. Independent third-party testing, that's a must. The good companies, they'll have their supplements tested by a separate lab to make sure it's pure, potent, and safe.
Got it. Third-party testing. Check. What about dosage? Is there like a standard recommendation for how much NMN to take?
It's tough to say. The research is still, it's ongoing. What works best could be different depending on your age, how healthy you are, what you're hoping to achieve.
So unlike a multivitamin where you just pop one a day, this is a bit more individualized.
Right. Definitely talk to your doctor about that. They can give you personalized recommendations. But in general, it's usually a good idea to start with a lower dose and see how you feel before increasing it.
Start low, go slow. I like it. And of course, if you have any weird side effects, stop taking it right away and call your doctor.
Absolutely. Better safe than sorry. Always listen to your body.
This has been amazing. I feel like I've learned so much about NMN and how it could really change the way we age. Any final thoughts before we wrap things up?
I think the biggest takeaway is this. Aging research is moving so fast. We're starting to understand aging in ways that were just unthinkable a few years ago. And NMN, it's just one example of the amazing progress being made.
It's almost like we're taking control of our own aging process, right? It's not just something that happens to us anymore.
Exactly. And while NMN isn't a magic bullet, it does give us hope. Hope for a healthier, longer, more vibrant life.
I love that. It's a reminder that getting older doesn't have to mean slowing down or accepting decline. We can stay curious, keep learning, and explore new ways to live our best lives at any age.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And as always, everyone, please talk to your doctor before starting any new supplement.
Great advice. Thanks for joining us on the Deep Dive. We'll be back next time with another fascinating look at the world of science and health. See you then.